And so my second baby dad was dating my first baby dad mom. So yeah, twisted, I know. Before y'all judge me, just hear my story. Just hear my story.
Alright guys, on this video, I'm mind blown. I've been watching this clip from World Star, and it's crazy. This lady not only has a baby by a son, but the stepfather of that son, and then the brother-in-law of the stepdad. And the story goes in and out. It is such a twist and whirlwind of just what the hell is she doing? Y'all, I would just have to play it. It's a little bit hard to follow up on. I had to watch it a couple of times. I chopped it up some to kind of make it make sense and kind of just shorten it a little bit because it was extremely long. And I'll fill you in on the blanks, but y'all gotta follow along because this one is wild.
I want a story time on how I met my baby dad, but I've been keeping this a secret for a long time. So when I tell y'all, don't go telling everybody. So my second baby dad was my first baby dad's stepdad. Keep up. My second baby dad was my first baby dad's stepdad. I first met my baby dad when I was like 16 years old, my second baby dad. I first met him when I was like 16 years old. I was dating my first baby dad. But at the time, I didn't have a child by my first baby dad. He was just my boyfriend, you feel me? And so my second baby dad was dating my first baby dad mom. So
hold on. Your second baby dad, which is the stepdad of your first baby dad, the son, right? The son, the stepdad, the brother-in-law. Remember that. The son, the stepdad, the brother-in-law. This man met you at 15.
Yeah, twisted, I know. Before y'all judge me, just hear my story. Just hear my story.
Oh, we judging today.
At the time, I was 16 years old, dating my boyfriend, which is now my first child's dad. So he stayed out late one night, and this is how me and my second baby dad encountered each other. My boyfriend at the time was out all night, you know, at a party. I'm blowing up his phone. He not answering. Y'all know how motherfuckers be when they 16 years old. I'm at his house though. So my second baby dad, which at the time was my boyfriend's mom boyfriend. Y'all keep it up. He walks in the room, he sit on the bed, and he say, "You don't need to be crying over no boy, whatever, woo, woo, woo. You need a man like me in your life." So I was like, you know, like my mouth dropped. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, this old ass man and whatever, like, you know, because at the time I'm dating somebody my age, I'm 16. So I'm like, why would he say that? But I ain't taking, you know, nothing, whatever. So let's just skip. A couple years later, I ended up pregnant by my boyfriend. So with my son dad. So I ended up pregnant by him. And y'all, he was just doing me so dirty. Like, he was just doing me so dirty. He had a girlfriend. My mom ended up moving to Ohio. So I went to go move to Ohio with my mom, Toledo. That's where I had my son at. But, so yeah. So I'm pregnant by this man that's just dogging me. I got pregnant at like 18 years old, whatever. So, y'all know the stepdad, he used to call me telling me all the information. Like, he just used to be like, yeah, he over here with a girl right now. And I'm all the way in a whole nother state.
Oh man, stepdad just all in the mix for no reason. He been trying to get at you since you was 15 and you didn't know any better, bro. That is some funky down bad type of stuff, bro. You really snaking behind your girlfriend and then snaking behind your girlfriend's son to get to this girl. You've been doing this for years. I mean, this is 3 years that have passed, and he's still in the mix texting her about how he doing her wrong. Like, dog, like, don't you got your own relationship and shit to figure out on your own?
So that shit used to hurt my feelings. I'm pregnant. You know, this man not answering the phone for me. He don't give a fuck. He like, they got a baby on the way. He just used to tell me so much. So I wanted to come back to Minnesota so bad because I'm like, that's probably why, you know, I was just young and dumb. I'm like, that's probably why this bitch got him because, you know, I used to argue with the girl so bad, so bad. But I'm like, that's probably why she got him because I'm out of state. If I come back, I know I'm going to get him, but I don't have nowhere to go if I go to Minnesota. That's why I be saying I don't have family here because my family is not from here. I came up here because, yeah. So the stepdad, he a grown-ass man. He like, you can come stay with me, you and your son, y'all come stay with me, whatever. I'll get you a ticket up here. So I initially came here to, like, you know, kind of work things out with my first baby dad. So yeah, y'all, I come to Minnesota, come stay with this man. He stayed, cause he was familiar. I know him. It wasn't like a real stranger. And at the time, y'all.
Oh, what you mean, dude? Oh, stepdad done got you to move in with him. What? This dude is a master. This is a mastermind.
We was talking on the phone damn near every day. He was telling me so much, and whole time I'm really thinking he being like a father figure to me. Whole time he was praying on me, but whatever. So I come to Minnesota, and at the time I had a friend because they ended up sleeping with each other. Whatever. Me and this girl was friends for a long time, and me and her friends on TikTok. So if you see this video, I'm not being messy. I'm just telling my story. So don't jump in my comment section with that shit. But so we go to this man's house. He gives my friend, her own room, and he give me his room. And he come in the room, and I'm like, where am I sleeping? He like, right here, I'll sleep. He had a California king size bed. He like, I'll sleep on the couch, but he had other people staying with him. But at the end of the night,
man, this man flew you out to let you stay with him, and y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what this old man wants. This man been watching you since you was 15. Bruh, she just clueless to everything that's happening. Let's just keep watching.
He came in the room. Y'all, it was just like, before I get back into the story, please keep y'all, I see y'all comments, please keep y'all disrespect to a minimum, like, for real. And some of y'all just crazy talking about, so my first baby dad is related to my child. How? I didn't say his biological dad. And him and the mom wasn't even married. They was just dating, so technically it really wasn't his stepdad, but I just say stepdad because my first baby dad called him dad. So, okay, so, yeah. So I'm in the bed with this man. We didn't do nothing. We didn't even talk. I'm not even going to lie. I was creeped out. I was very creeped out. Because I'm like, I did not come all the way to Minnesota to share rooms with this man. We didn't even talk to each other. Nothing. Like, I'm telling y'all, it was nothing. So, my first baby dad ended up finding out. I'm back in Minnesota. I told him, I'm like, what's up? Let's link up. Mind y'all, he never met his son because he thought I was in a whole other state. He wasn't coming to Ohio. So, my son, like 5 months at this point. He met his son at 5 months. So, we finally link up. He fell in love with my baby. He fell back in love with me. He left his girlfriend just like that. But mind y'all, me and him was dating since we was like 15 or whatever, 16. And then when I moved away, he got a girlfriend. But when I was in Ohio, we did have a long distance relationship. But y'all know how it is. It's kind of hard to have a long distance relationship. This was like my first love. But that's how me and the stepdad had built this relationship, because he used to call me and tell me everything my baby dad used to do and say about me. He'll be like, video call me, I'm finna show you he with this girl right now, and he'll be putting them on the camera and stuff, and that shit was really
he is literally deploying a plot to break you up. He wants you to hate that man. That is exactly what he's trying to do, so he can move his way in. He's trying to make sure that you're crushed, so he can be the savior, so he can be the person that makes you feel bad. He wants you to be in distress, so he can look like the knight in shining armor. Come on now.
Hurting my feelings, y'all, so bad, because me and him caught ourselves doing a long distance relationship shit. But so y'all listen, this where it get juicy at, right? So I tell my baby dad, like, ask your mom, can I stay with you? So we can try to work our, get our own apartment, get some jobs and stuff like that. You feel me? So he was like, all right, bet. But my Dukes wasn't having it. She wasn't having it. She like, ain't nobody finna stay with me. She was done. She was even done with her kids. She was done. She like, everybody gotta move the fuck around. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. She was a good ass grandma. She did pass away. So I'm not gonna disrespect his mom. We did have our ups and downs through this whole situation. But one thing I can always say, she was a good grandma. This is where it get real juicy at. So I'm sitting at her house. You know what I'm saying? We eating. So I'm feeling like, okay, my baby dad, like, talk to her, maybe, whatever. So, next thing you know, she like, yeah, my man finna come over, so, we gonna have to move around and stuff like that. So why is a knock on the door? Mind y'all, the person that I'm staying with, my second baby dad, who is now my second baby dad, he was blowing up my phone, like, where you at? What time you coming home? Oh, you with him? So I'm just like, it was giving off, I didn't know he liked me, y'all. I'm talking about, in person, we didn't really talk. So I didn't know he liked me for real. So, he blowing up my phone, whatever. Next thing you know, he knocking on the door. And he walk in, and he was like, what's up? I look at him, I'm like, oh, this is weird. Then he go say, what's up, JoJo, to my son, give him a 5. My son.
So you telling me that this man had a separate house the whole time for these last 3 years while he was dating your first baby daddy's mom, bro? And low-key's been how did you move back? And how did your first baby dad, your current son's dad, didn't know where you were staying at, right? Y'all say y'all hooked back up. So yeah, something's iffy about this story. He didn't know where you stayed, but you stayed with his mom's boyfriend. How did this man not know this? And how did his mom? Sneaky shit right here, bro. Stepdad is down bad.
Already familiar with his face, so hey, you know, whatever. So my baby. So I guess it's a man instinct to know when something ain't right or something off. You know, his mama didn't really like, you know, put two and two together, but he like, how you know my son's name? He like, oh, I'm friends with her on Facebook and shit like that. So my baby dad take his crybaby ass in the room and start lurking on my page and see that the man started loving all my pictures and, you know, stuff like that, whatever. So as we in the house, he's texting me like, what's going on with y'all two? I'm like, what you mean what's going on with us two? Like, so my first baby dad was just basically trying to put two and two together. Like, I feel like y'all got something going on because, you know, y'all friends on Facebook. He be commenting on your status. But I was sensing that dude liked me, my second baby dad. I was sensing that, you know, I'm like, okay, I think he do kind of like me. I wasn't dumb, but it was something telling me like, no, I don't think so because I don't think he'll, you know, cross them lines or whatever the case may be. I'm just gonna jump right in it. If
y'all sleeping in the same bed together, y'all, of course.
Haven't seen the previous videos, you're just gonna have to watch the previous videos. You don't want to start here because I'm just gonna get into how we started actually fucking around. So boom, my baby dad found out
all right, guys, I'm gonna get y'all quickly caught up. This lady has had a child with the son. All right, they did long distance. She moved back because the son's stepdad, his mom's boyfriend, stepdad, invited her to come move in with him. So she moved in with her child, with him. Her and the baby's child got together, but meanwhile, they then got to a point where she then went over, and now they're at the apartment where the son, her baby daddy, her son, the son's mom and her boyfriend, the guy who she's actually living with right now, who invited her over to stay, is all in the same place. And now tensions are rising because the first baby daddy is like, yo, I feel something's going on between you and him.
First baby dad found out it was a connection between me and his stepdad. Obviously, y'all was living with him. The man was my friend on Facebook. He used to comment on my status, love my pictures, and you know, I was friends with my first baby dad as well. So he kind of put two and two together and figured out. And I used to tell my second baby dad, who is now my second baby dad, but at the time wasn't. I used to tell him like, don't comment on my statuses, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted him to know. He wanted him to know something.
The whole time I told you guys, the stepdad been wanting them to break up. He's been trying to get y'all separated and be the hero the whole
time. So as
I'm
sitting there, we at his family house, he's texting me like, I see you smiling, talking to my family. I haven't seen you smile since you've been around, and da-da-da. He was like, how would it feel if I really made you mine or something like that? Y'all, I'm talking about, I'm sitting right across from him, so I can't act like I'm not seeing the message, but I was honestly like, you know, I was like, I was so scared. Like, I was creeped out. I was just like, oh my God, this not right. Y'all, I was just... So I replied to the message. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I just basically was like, yeah, you know, that'll be great, whatever. So we ended up getting back to the house. I'm like, my back hurt. Y'all know he gave me a massage, and it ended with a happy ending.
Oh, come on. You serious? Are you serious? You finally fell for the plan. And it probably didn't take long at all. That dude, bro, been putting in work. Stepdad is probably the villain in this story, dude. Like, low-key, the biggest villain I've seen in all time. But let's just keep watching.
And and I ain't gonna lie, you know, when we did that, I'm like, damn, this is what a grown man feel like. So I became his girl, and we was in a relationship for 2 years. Corn dog. So anywho, after we done did what we did, I guess we was dating. So, you know, he was texting me the next day like, oh my God, like last night was just so amazing. And I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling the same way. I'm like, yeah, but y'all, I still didn't like him. Like, if y'all get what I'm saying. So, he wasn't postable.
What? Cause it's disgrace. It's a dishonor, and it's disgrace. Like it's like how can you just move around and be so proud of your second baby daddy? He a grown ass man. He's also the low key that's supposed to be stepdad of your first baby daddy. Like how can you be proud posting stuff like that?
So a lot of people from my hometown is probably just now hearing about this because I've never posted my second baby dad ever. First of all, I was ashamed because I'm like, he way older than me, and then a lot of people didn't know he dated my first baby dad mom, but you know, it's just, I don't know. So I wasn't trying.
So, all right, just to make the story a little short, man. So the video ain't going on forever, bro. So they continue dating, all right, and then their relationship just didn't work out, man. He becomes abusive. They have a big old falling out. Cops come out, you know, things of that nature. Where the stepdad is really, I told you, a goddamn villain. He is really just the dude. I never seen a bigger bad guy in there. But nonetheless, we then got to a point where, okay, they're breaking up. The cops have been called out. She's moved out. She's on her own. They're not really together, and she even has a restraining order. Meanwhile, I don't even know what happened to the son. The son probably just did his own thing where he just ghosted out like he originally did. But nonetheless, let's just keep watching.
To be on social media with this man, but we was together in real life. But I did kind of grow to like him. So boom, to get into the get back with him, he had a roommate, and it was his sister and her boyfriend stayed with us. And so you know, so once me and my baby dad relationship ended, I started dating the sister boyfriend. So
golly.
All right, so let me go ahead and get to the second, the last part where she just goes ahead and talk about how they really got together. What just weird shit. She is just for the streets, dog. Like, how can you just no?
So, like I said, we all stayed in the same house. I was living with my baby dad, and then his sister and her boyfriend, which is the brother-in-law, was roommates. And he just started putting his hands on me. So the brother-in-law right there, he just like get up and go in the room. Like, you ain't gonna help me? Y'all, at the time I was 20 years old. I didn't have no family, barely had friends. So I'm not gonna lie, the younger me was scared. Like, I was scared. So, you know, he did, you know, he ended up going to jail. They took pictures of my face, you know, so I had to end up leaving the house. So that night, you know, the brother-in-law and the sister walked back in the house, and then my baby dad other sister come to the house. Y'all, they was on they bully with me. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, the younger me, I was scared. I'm like, I know I can't be out there them up. Plus, it's a man, like, you know, so they was talking shit to me, and I was just getting my stuff and leaving out the house. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking a little shit back, but now that I think about it, y'all was bullying the younger me. Bring that shit back, bitch. But no, I'm kind of cool with the sister that came in the house, but still, bitch, you tried to bully me. Now I'm ended up moving in my crib and shit like that, and I think, a year later or so, the brother-in-law reached out to me on Facebook. He added me on Facebook, and he started liking all my pictures. So, you know, I checked my inbox. He say, damn, girl, you still fine as hell. I'm sitting here look like, ain't this the same man that didn't help me? Yeah. But whatever. I say thank you, and I accept the compliment. I think I made a status one night, like, who can I pull up on? I'm bored, whatever. Will he like it? So I'm like, I don't owe my baby dad no loyalty. That man used to abuse me. You know, it was a restraining order. So I'm like, this can't be a setup. So I ended up linking with him, and we talked all night, y'all. I think I was like drunk. I was lit. We talked all night, and it was like love at first sight. I ain't even gonna lie. Ugh. So to answer y'all questions, no, it was never about the looks with any one of them. Never. So yeah, we started dating, whatever. Yeah, my baby dad found out he was hot. I'm talking about so hot. Like, y'all, he was hot.
All right, guys, what do you guys think about that? Not only did she have a baby with a person that just didn't want her, then she had a baby with someone that wanted her too bad. Then she had a baby by a dude that can care less about her to begin with. This is mind blowing. When we say the term "she is for the streets," I mean she probably is for the streets. She's for the family at this point. She's for the team. She's for the roster. And I just don't understand. I know we don't supposed to be judging people like this, but man, like, what kind of stuff? And this whole time I'm thinking they can't, this trauma, we can't really blame it on trauma. What? You just had a baby at a young age, all right? And then you just sat there and just let a man groom you into being his girl, and then forget back. You just decided, let me just go ahead and do some revenge type stuff and get with the brother-in-law. No, you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted at all. But guys, I appreciate you for watching today's damn mess. Y'all like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.